Hi, I'm Blake Scarlevi with Route 16, and in this video, I'm going to show you some of the updates that have been made to the Release Wave 2 plan. So I was browsing through the plan looking for features I'm interested in to get my hands on, because now a lot of the features are either released or in public preview now. So I'm just kind of wanted to play around with it, and as I was going through it, I noticed some features that seemed new. So I went to the change history, and sure enough, there's a handful of features that have been added. And I'm not sure how many people know that, this release wave plan is being constantly updated. There's a handful of here for Power Apps specifically, where features are being added or the release date has changed. So we can go through some of these. This one in particular, and I feel like some of these dates are wrong because, uh, as you probably heard, Ignite was last week and they announced autonomous agents. So essentially, taking Copilot and making it more automated, so more proactively like taking action upon something versus like you having to ask Copilot. It might be able to automatically qualify leads, for example, without you having to prompt Copilot. Uh, so this talks about being able to oversee that agent activity. So here, even the date is November 20th. So it seems like the date was wrong on that previous page. And public preview is March as well, which is still a ways to go. So it definitely seems like a brand new feature here. But it's just talking about being able to have some oversight into what the agents are doing, which is great because if we're building these, AI based features, it'd be nice to be able to see what's happening when your users are leveraging those features, right? You want to be able to see what Copilot is telling them or what the agents are doing and whatnot. So definitely a good feature to have here. Um, so we got a couple enhancements to form filling out with Copilot. Um, so this is allowing you to use copied text, images, files, and emails. If you haven't seen, there's Copilot can help you fill out forms based on um, values that are used commonly across all your users, right? So this is kind of expanding on that with images and files and emails. And then there's another one here. And this, it is kind of vague and, public preview is not for a few months. So we'll have to see more once this comes out, but it talks about custom document form fill assistance. So makers being able to add relevant files in a drag and drop fashion to the form fill assistant capability. So I believe it's essentially like you're kind of training it. At least this is my interpretation. It seems like you're training Copilot using documents with knowledge inside those documents on how users can fill out your custom forms in Power Apps. So it's kind of training the Copilot to help users fill out those forms easier or with values that are commonly used across your organization. Let's see what else we got. Oh, this one I like. This is good to see. And this is public preview this month, but I have yet to see it or figure out how to do it. But if you're familiar with Copilot for sales, you can summarize opportunity, lead, and account, and it'll just tell you. You can pick which fields you want to summarize, and it'll give you information about the record leveraging those 10 fields. It's up to 10 fields. and it can even tell you based on certain fields what has changed. So if you really are interested about the revenue, opportunity revenue, the Copilot, when it summarizes, it can tell you, hey, the revenue went from 100,000 to 150,000, things like that, which normally you can't easily tell. You have to, click on the audit log and dig through it, right? But with Copilot, you can track certain up to 10 fields and it'll tell you when certain things change. So that functionality is now coming to any sort of table here. So you're going to be able to create that summary for any table, and it looks like they're going to have a prompt builder experience, and you can include relevant fields and information, and you'll be able to test it, which is great. So definitely really curious to see what this experience looks like, but another great feature to have. This one, I believe it says, yeah, general availability. I still did not have this enabled in my environment. But the idea is when you're building like a Power Apps, you can have AI generate a description for you based on what the app is doing. So this is good to see because a lot of times descriptions are, last on people's mind, but they're definitely helpful. If you got people leaving, makers leaving your organization, right? It's nice to have those descriptions on what these apps are doing when somebody else is having to go maintain them, right? What else do we got? So Power Automate Desktop. Some of these are older. Public preview this month. This is another one I still have yet to see enabled in my environment. But this sounds really cool, where you can go to a specific view, and then instead of adding like your own filters on top of that view, you can just write it out in a natural language, and it'll try to filter that set of data based on what you're typing. So almost like asking Copilot, right? But you can do it within the grid of records. And then some of these are older and we've already known about. And then here, there's some release dates that are changed. So a lot of stuff moving to early next year now. And these are for governance. And then this is all on the Power Platform side. On the D365 side, there's some more stuff, but not as much as you can see. And I also did notice, though, let's see, where was it? Copilot for Sales. I was looking through here. There was a really big feature that I was waiting for. Let's see. Sort of like Taylor. Yes, here we go. So this was interesting because this, seemed to be updated last week. But I have not seen this in the change history at all. So it seems like a feature that was added in, but yet, it isn't documented as a part of the change history. So there still seems to be some little Easter eggs around. But this one, definitely been waiting for. So if you've built like a custom Copilot topic, you can kind of point it at a certain set of data. Like I can pick a Dataverse table and point Copilot on and have it use generative AI. And when you do that, you get this like glossary, and you can define terms related to your business processes, which is great. So it helps Copilot learn about custom fields and whatnot. So they had that when you're building a custom Copilot topic, but not with the native Copilot for Sales. So that's what this feature is doing. Public preview next month. So essentially, with Copilot for Sales, you can have that same sort of glossary. So this screenshot's hard to see, but essentially they're telling Copilot, hey, opportunity close date is actually going to use this custom close date field and not the native one. Or opportunity revenue, that should use this contract value field as well as a part of the revenue. Um, so you're kind of defining synonyms and terms that Copilot should learn, uh, and that helps your users get more accurate results when it's asking Copilot. So this is definitely something good to see. But that's all I really wanted to show off. Just something new to me. I didn't realize how much they're changing the release plan, and then also just it seems like there's certain features that are sneaking in without showing up in this change history as well. So it's kind of good to just keep refreshing yourself and going through the list and see what's coming out, because it's all coming soon, which is good to see. So hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.